Yo, unknown, can you hear me now? How you doing, my man? Nice, awesome. You are the first one, boss. You are the first one. Congrats. Nice to see you. Happy Monday, boss. Ready for some hacking? Getting the jab on? Yeah, yeah. I'm going to complete it. I did completed it before, but I'm going to complete here as well online because everybody needs to see it. And I'm trying to cover things before I start like streaming because it's better for me to know at least on the weekend like what I will be covering over the time and stuff, right? So that's the reason. I thought like I'll just cover some stuff and let's see how it goes, how much time I will have. I'm thinking like for now, as I have time, I'm going to cover one room a day, right? In terms of like these content ones. Yeah. And on Friday do the CTF, yeah. Like that, yeah. That's the goal. Because Fridays I have more time, I can actually like go for longer streams, way longer streams. Way easier to do. The weekends I can't do because actually till I have a job, I don't want to start doing weekend streams because with the job, it would be after I have the job, at least I don't have to worry, right? Yeah, CTFs and like some CTFs takes time, so it would be interesting. Which one? Because I know a bunch of links happen. The DM one? No. You have to tell me. Can you send me like a DM me the link? Oh, the VC one. No, sorry, I forgot about that. I was just working and I forgot about that. Sorry. Yo, Insomnia, what's up, bro? I did look at like Sorry, I'm completing my breakfast. I had tea and stuff. But I know Hackersploit. I remember you shared the Hackersploit one, and he has like his series, which was pretty interesting. So I would love to cover. And one of the things that caught my eye was like about Google dorking, I believe, or it was about Tor. Yeah. It would be interesting to see these videos over the weekend. Right now I'm just focusing on like applying for jobs and stuff. Insomnia, happy Monday, boss. How you doing? Ready for learning? Okay, nice to hear. Dude, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for learning. Yeah. I like this, like, see, everybody's like coming together. We are all doing hacking and stuff. It's so nice. Okay. From Feb, I will be doing only these stuff. Yeah. Like these stuff, what do you mean? Oh, today we are going to do web pen test, web hacking, specifically like content discovery. If you see my screen, I have it here. So in content discovery, there will be couple of things. There will be some looking at robot.txt file, right? Very important because of the SEO and all those things. Favicons are important. Sitemap because this is useful with the Burp suite. HTTP headers, frame stacks. Google dorking, lovely one because I think I shared how using Google Amazon S3 buckets we can get. Yeah. Here you go. I should have shared it. Thank you for reminding. Vaporizer is good, but like Wayback Machine, amazing resource. GitHub, amazing resource, and S3 buckets as we were talking about, right? So yeah, let's get started. And good thing is I already have it another one open in Brave. So you guys can see a better view of like, the machine, like the VM and everything. So that would be nice. We won't be struggling or wasting time with that. Okay. Hopefully you guys all are ready. Ready? Yeah, it's a good, yeah, 100%. And good thing is, like, I'm going to try to keep every day after stream. This was my mistake last time, but I'm going to keep records of like keeping every single like detail we learned. I'm going to go back and once this room is complete, once every time like a room is complete, right? Like for example, introduction to web hacking, the whole path is complete. Rather, that's the right word. Once the path is complete, I will share the notes for that as well. And somebody mentioned like they don't want to download the PDF from a hacker Discord. Makes sense. So I'm going to post it also on the GitHub as well as on what's this called? My website. So it's easy. I haven't done LinkedIn Premium yet. Is it good? Is it helpful? Yeah, so once this whole path is complete, I will share the notes. Oh, with LinkedIn Premium, you get VPN and okay. But like in terms of like applying for jobs and getting some, better leads or is that helpful in that? Notion too, that's crazy. Bunch of stuff. Okay, nice. Good to know. I have G on the big screen. Nice. Howdy, Robert. Dog bite. My man, how you doing, brother? Ready to get started? Yo, Wrenchy, what's up? Sorry, Wrench. My bad. Okay, let's get started with content discovery. This is our room. I'll share the link again. Only the learning. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Content discovery. Learn the various ways of discovering hidden or private content on a web server that could lead to new vulnerabilities. What is content discovery? Task 1. Firstly, we should ask, in the context of web application security, what is content? Content can be many things: a file, video, picture, backup, and a website feature. When we talk about content discovery, we are not talking about the obvious things we can see on a website. It's the things that aren't immediately presented to us and that weren't always intended for public access. This content could be, for example, pages or portals intended for staff usage, older versions of the websites, backup files, configuration files, and administrative panels, etc. The best one would be older version of the websites, because a lot of time, for example, important websites will have in the Wayback Machine some stuff hidden. And there's a lot of I've been part of at least like 2-3 those hackathons, like CTF hackathons, and Wayback Machine is almost I have seen every time. This content could be, for example, pages. Oh, we did that. There are 3 main ways of discovering content on a website, which we'll cover: manually, automated, and OSINT. Start the tag box by clicking the Start a Tag Box button and the machine on this task. I already did that in Brave, so it's easy for us to switch and stuff. Machine is started, and everything is here, right? What is content discovery method that begins with M? I'm going to keep doing them, right? So we move faster, right? That's one of the big things for us. What is the content discovery method that starts with A? Automatic. Oh. What? Automated. Oh, nice. Yo, I saw that you mentioned that. Nice. Congrats, bro. I would love to check it out. What is the content discovery method that begins with O? OSINT. Open source intelligence, finding things that are open, like through Google and stuff. Yes, Insomnia. Thank you. Next, task 2. manual discovery, robots.txt. This is a very important file, and I will say this is still very much in use, right? I've seen it. So there are multiple places we can manually check on a website to start discovering more content. Robots.txt. The robots.txt file is a document that tells search engines which pages we are and aren't allowed to show on their search engine results, or ban specific search engines from crawling the website altogether. This is important because if you remember with the whole AI thing going on, right? Everybody have a crawler. OpenAI has a crawler. Google has a crawler. Everybody have a crawler at this point, and you can build your own crawlers very fast. Now, with that being said, so you know a lot of websites, a lot of things, they might have said, oh, this crawler is not allowed, but people are still doing it, right? So really, even if certain search engines like are doing it, like going over the banned stuff, that's important for as a hacker for you to able to find things out. It can be common practice. Crawlers are not related to AI, but crawlers are useful for AI, right? Because they can crawl the data. For example, Reddit and Google had a really recent like a partnership where Reddit allowed Google for I think 250 million, something big amount, to crawl through their whole websites and the database. So it's they are not like I will say one-to-one relationship, but they are useful to get data for AI, right? These pages may be areas such as administrative portals. Your chat is not showing? Where? You can post in the... Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me look at the live chat. It's in live chat too. I don't see anything. Yeah, I'm online on YouTube too, boss. You can post if there's something important. The review. How do I go to the review? I don't know. There is no review or anything. I see. On Twitch there is, but here is not. You can just put in the just chatting. Oh, nice. You can put here. I will see it there, right? If there is anything that gets blocked, let me know. I will go to Discord. That I think is the best way. Okay, going back. So these pages may be areas such as administrative portals, right? For a lot of Django files, it's legit admin. For a lot of WordPress, it's WP login, right? Or files meant for websites customers. The file gives us great list of locations on the website that the owners don't want us to discover as pen testers, right? So for example, let's take example of a website we know all about, TryHackMe. Let's see if it has robots.txt. Oh, I spelled it wrong. It's not allowed to go to the voucher one. Disallow tabletop exercises evaluation. Okay, what's that? Voucher and tabletop exercises. So yeah. Take a look at the robots.txt file on the Acme IT support website to see if they have anything. Yeah. You have to type fast. It's hard to tell. Okay. Yeah, it's good to make videos. 100%. Helps you with like confidence. So let's take a look at robots.txt file on Acme IT support website to see if they have anything they don't want us to list. To do this, open Firefox on the attack box and enter the machine IP with robots.txt file, right? And what we have to do is, what is the directory in the robots.txt that's not allowed to be viewed by the crawler, right? Okay, let's go to Brave here. Our IP is this. Oh yeah, that would be a good thing. Like just put content, whether just blogs, videos, however you like. Yeah. So if we have the IP and then we go robots.txt. So they don't want us to go to staff portal. You guys can probably see here, right? Let's just go here first and then we'll put it here. Okay, it's kind of slow for me right now. Staff portal. You found robots.txt endpoint. Beautiful. So let's go to our staff portal. Beautiful. Favicon. Favicon is a small icon displayed on browser's address bar or tab used for branding a website. Why this is actually very interesting because I know a website. I don't think I can say its name, and I also don't remember 100%. But like there is a website which uses something called Angular. For Angular is a web UI framework, just like React, you might have heard. And Angular has a specific favicon. This one. I see this favicon on that website and they don't have their own one. So I know they are using Angular right off the bat, right? Like as soon as I go on that website. So it's important, like you don't want to show all your cards, right? Like it's like poker. You don't want to show your cards. Ever, though. In poker, you show at the end. In this case, you don't show at all. Sometimes, and in this case, TryHackMe, you see this TryHackMe logo here? This thing? Oh, very bad. This one? All the colors were bad. This one? Ugly. This is called favicon. Sometimes when frameworks are used to build a website, a favicon that is part of the installation gets left over. And if the website developer doesn't replace this with a custom one, this can give us clue of what framework is in use, like I was saying, React, Angular, or anything else. OWASP host a database of common framework icons that you can use to check against the targets. Favicon wiki.owabs.org index.php OWASP favicon database. So this will give you idea of what favicon belongs to what thing, right? Once you know the framework stack, you can use external resources to discover more about it, right? Which we'll see in the next section. So if you know it's React, we can go ahead and use React and stuff. Here is the database. I'll send the link here. I'll send in Discord too, if that's helpful for you guys. OWASP and these, if you see favicon database in the wiki format, licensed under blah blah blah, feel free to contribute directly to the wiki by editing this. Okay, so what we see here, this is the hash value of these ones. So if we actually, like for example, Google server, this one we search. There should be a favicon ice. Then I'm going to the HTTP module and they do not update the OWASP top 10 still. Oh, interesting. What I'm going to do is Google web server, or I will go with Penguin. So this one, we might have this one, and then we can use, like, we can get the MD5 hash, I believe they are using. I was thinking if I can just put the hash, they might just open up in the Google. I can show you exactly the favicon that's coming up. What? I didn't get it, boss. No, 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 no. Those are the hashes. Favicon is like an image basically, right? You can create an image from the hash, right? Oh, so you can create a hash from an image because it's just a file. So they're just talking about the hashes in those terms. The only reason I pasted it because I was thinking Google might have, like, if I paste the hash, it might just tell me the favicon. That's what the whole idea was. Didn't work out, which is okay. So, practical exercise. On the attack box, open Firefox and enter the URL Static Labs TryHackMe Cloud Sites Favicon. Okay. Here you will see a basic website with a note saying website coming soon. If you look at your tabs, you will notice an icon that confirms the site is using a favicon. Viewing the page source, you will see line 6 contains a link to the image or a favicon, right? So let's just do, if you run the following command on the tag box, it will download the favicon and give you the MD5 hash value, which we saw. Now we have to compare it in the OWASP database. So let's just go here. Oh, I can just do it in here actually. So if we look, I can just search. You see favicon, right? Why it's not doing what I wanted to do? Never mind. We have the favicon. Here is our favicon. You guys see CGI IRC. Here's the favicon image. CGI IRC, right? Now what they want us to do is, this curl will fail on attack box if you are a free user, in which case you should use your VM for this. If your hash ends with 427E, then your curl failed. You may need to, so we just have to curl this in our hash attack box and just MD5 that thing. Come on. So this is our hash. I just want to compare this, find it here. We know it's CGI IRC, which we saw from the image itself, but this is the right way to do it, or a guaranteed way to do it. With PowerShell, we have again curl, same thing, and then when we get the favicon, get file hash with the favicon, right? And we get our stuff as CGI IRC. Does that make sense what's going on? We download the favicon, we get the MD5 hash of it, and then compare in this database which hash belongs to what. Pretty simple. Now, another manual discovery is sitemap.xml. You might have seen the word sitemap a lot during Burp Suite. That's where I started seeing it way more. There are some websites which use that. Sitemap.xml, unlike robots.txt file, which restricts what search engine crawlers can look at, The sitemap.xml file gives a list of every file the website owner wishes to be listed on the search engine. Sounds good, boss. These can sometimes contain areas of websites that are a bit more difficult to navigate to or even list. Sounds good, unknown. See you in a bit. Even list some of the old web pages that the current website no longer uses but are still working behind the scenes. What that means is, for example, let's say there is like Python package, right? There's a Python package came out, let's say version 2, right? On Python's website, there was Python 2.0. Those pages will still be available on the Python's website. They're just not like, they're working in the back. You don't want, unless until you really specifically want 2.0 pages, you can use the sitemap to discover where the link is, but usually you won't see it, right? That's one. Second, there's a website which is super big and hard to navigate because there is so many. Let's say this is the website and structure of the website. Let's say this is the home. Then there is like more directories after the home one. Let's say contacts, apps, forms. There can be so many extra web pages, search, so many things. So if you want to reach something, looking at the search map and you can see search library is, you want to go to the library one, it would be like this, search library. Easy to look at. Basically a structure of what you of the website so you can navigate easily. These can sometimes contain areas of website that are a bit more difficult to navigate. That's the main part. And some old pages. Take a look at the sitemap.xml file on the Acme IT support to see if there is any new content we haven't yet discovered. Open this in Firefox and we can see. So before we go there, right? So let's see our main website. Our main website has home, news, contact, and customers, and then there is login, right? So if we go to site.xml and see what is not available. And this is an XML format, not HTML, XML. URL set, right? This is the home one. We have news, we have article 1, article 2, article 3, contact, customer login, and we have a secret area. Let's go to this exact site. You found the site map endpoint, and I think secret area, this will be needed for the flag. Yep. There you go, lads. Next is manual discovery HTTP headers. When we make requests to web server, the server returns various HTTP headers. These headers can sometimes contain useful information such as web server software, and possibly the programming and scripting language in use. So you might have seen this when we go to the 404 page, right? It reveals, okay, is it using Apache? Is it just using Ubuntu? Or is it using Nginx? Where what web server is returning 404 to us, right? Why we seeing the page, who is returning, and sometimes the language with Apache, you will see PHP coming out, right? In the below example, we continue to use the web server Nginx version 1.18 and runs PHP 7.4.3. Using this information, we could find vulnerable versions of software being used. Try running the below curl command against the web server where the -v switch or the flag enables verbose mode. Verbose is like a talkative one, right? In curl, hey, get me this page. With -v, you can say, so first one is this one, which is like, okay, give me the page. But with -v, you can say, hey, give me the page, but give me more information, like who is the server, what is the IP, what method you are using. Talkative, be more talkative. Try running the below command and you will see what will be the output in the headers. This might give something interesting. So let's do that. I already have one. Curl HTTP, or maybe it's already here. Yeah. And dash. Let me just run this, right? Here we just got our web page, right? What we see on our server or on our browser. But with dash V, here is something interesting. In the starting, we get trying this URL with the port number, right? TCP connected at this port, HTTP 1.1. Host is this, user agent, accepting all this, blah, blah, blah. Here is something interesting. Our X flag, TryHackMe header flag. So if you see, Mark Bundle is supporting this, X powered by this, so it gives us server and PHP information. But in our case, it gave us our flag. Task 6, manual discovery framework stack. Framework stack. Once you have established the framework of a website, PHP, Apache, Nginx, WordPress, either from the above favicon example or by looking for clues in the web page source such as the comments, copyright notices, or credits, you can then locate the framework's website. From there, we can learn more about the software and other information, possibly leading to more content we can discover. For example, let's say WordPress might have certain specific pages we can look at, right? The URLs which are available all the time. Same with, let's say, Next.js, Spring Boot framework, React, Angular, so many things, right? Looking at the page source from our Acme IT support website, you will see the comment at the end of the very page with a page load time and also a link to framework's website. With this, which is this one, let's take a look at the website. Viewing the documentation page gives us the path of framework's administration portal, which gives us a flag it viewed on Acme IT support website. Important to know, you might have heard of websites like Wix, all those that helps build websites. You will see the similar things there. So let's go to the Static Labs TryHackMe framework website. So that is the framework being used, but first let's look at the website here. My man, thank you. Thank you, Wrench. Yep, I'll try. So let's look at the website first. Thank you, bro. So let's look here. Our dedicated staff is ready to assist, but if we go inspect, yep, that's Taru. So if we look at the very bottom of this page source, right? You see page generated in these many seconds using TryHackMe framework version 1.2. And this is the website's page given to us. Copy. And we get our TryHackMe web framework home, changelog, documentation, current version, right? So changelog is our main one, which talks about what issues were there. So what is the flag from framework's administrative portal? Okay, so it talks about, we added a backup. We have now added contact forms to our page template so you can receive messages from visitors. We have added a backup. So admin portal of this. Oh, site map. Let's see if we can get our. No. Is it site maps or sites map? Site map. Nope. robots.txt. Nope. Admin portal. So can we just go admin? Okay, let's see. We have added a backup field in the administrative portal. Documentation. Okay, let's look at the documentation. Okay, here is our administrative portal. You can log in with the username admin and password admin to this path. Okay, cool. Let's look at the admin portal, right? We have admin. Change default credentials. That's our flag. Beautiful. Next, so all our manual discovery is covered. Let's take a quick break. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll grab some water. How are you liking this so far, like the pace wise? Do you like the fact that I just keep on just keep on going with the answers and stuff, or you want me to pause a bit? You want me to not you want to participate in those answers? What is your guys' call? Pace is better, yeah. Okay, thank you, boss. Yeah, this is good. Okay, amazing. Okay, so democracy won. I will keep this pace with answers being. Yeah. So what also what also is I'm going to keep the answers. I will try to keep on answering if they are simple, which we just were going up here, right? And the answers are there. But if there's something interesting or something difficult, then we'll take some time, dig it, right? That we'll do together. But okay. So with that pace being good, I'm happy. Things are working fine. Let's get going with task 7, OSINT Google hacking. We completed 6. We have 6 more left. Let's do it. OSINT, open source intelligence, the Gucci of one of my favorite things to do, honestly. There are also external resources available that can help in discovering information about your target website. These resources are often referred to as OSINT or open source intelligence, as they are freely available tools that collect information. Google hacking or Google dorking. Google hacking/dorking utilizes Google's advanced search engine features, which allows you to pick out custom content. One thing actually I will show you here. Google.com. If we go, there is, I feel lucky, right? But here are how the search works. There's a lot of information how AI search works and all those stuff. All the features about it. And there is one option of advanced search. Okay, I accidentally closed this tab with all these. You guys can hear me, right? On YouTube? Things are working fine? Things are working fine? Okay, Google, there is more. Where's the Google? Okay. Google Advanced Search. Here, there is a link. Have a look at this one. This one, all these words you want to include, right? The exact word or phrase, any of these words, none of these words, number ranging from this. Then narrow your results. So first is find the pages you are looking for, then narrow the results with the language, region, last updated, site or domain, terms appearing, file type. This is useful when you're doing PDF search, like looking for free what's this called books, because well, all these people have in the academy have got retarded almost. Usage rights, free to share or use, even commercially, blah, so many things are amazing about this, right? So have a look at this, just give like play around with it. It's fun, it's a great small little tool you will be able to use and will give you idea of what Google is capable of. So you can, for instance, pick out results from certain domain name using the site filter. For example, site tryhackme.com. You can then match this up with certain search terms. Say, for example, the word admin. Site tryhackme.com admin. This then would only return results of TryHackMe website, right? Just from tryhackme.com website, which contain the word admin in its content. You can combine multiple filters as well. For example, this admin, but not administrator, right? Something like those, like if you want, or admin but like not free or credential, something like that. Here is an example of more filters you can use. First is like the TryHackMe returns results from this specific web address. In URL returns results that have specific word in the URL. For example, in the URL itself, it should have admin or login, right? File type PDF returns results which are particular file extension. Great, I love using it because I will do is file type PDF, Python or API hacking. No starch. You will get like API hacking PDF about this from No Starch itself, from other websites as well. Right? A lot of time GitHub is a great one, so you can add site. Is it just site, right? Yeah. Site github.com. Let's say if API hacking is the word there. Okay. BAM tools, hacking for sustainability, so many other things are there coming. Right? So you can look more into this thing. It's really, really practical and lovely thing. In title admin returns results that contain the specified word in the title. More information about Google Dorking can be found here. Google hacking, Wikipedia, open link in the YouTube, new tab. Google Dorking, basics, history, protection. Robots.txt is well known for search engine optimization and protecting against Google Dorking, right? So that's also a big use of Google Dorking, and there is a good PDF on this and cheat sheet. That's nice actually. Might actually go over it sometime. Cool. What Google Dork operator can be used to only show results from a particular site? I think we all know, I just used it, right? Another OSINT one is Webalizer. Webalizer is a extension, a browser online tool or a browser extension that helps identify what technologies a website uses, such as frameworks, content management system, payment processors, and much more. Payment processor is a big one, big one. And it can even find version numbers as well. So let's go to webalizer.com, right? Let's give it my website itself. And you will see it's like older version. I don't use it much. Don't. Yeah, have a look at this. Okay, there is no result. So let's look at another website. Give me a website, lads. Wikipedia. Should we use Wikipedia? Okay, this one is interesting. Let's give me a good one. Oh, I actually have one. Let's see. This is on built on WordPress. I did my website. They want me to log in. I don't like that fact. I don't want to log in. You know what? I will give you a better one if they don't. Okay. I'm going to give you a better one. Built with. Will do the same thing. Built with technology lookup. Right? Click the kangaroo. So here we have from snoopdog.com, right? We have detailed information about the ComScore usage statistic, Cloudflare for DNS, right? Widgets they are using, the data set, common crawl, Elementor. So now you know it's a WordPress plugin. They are using WordPress. Certain more things like reCAPTCHA, Slack, Adobe, WordPress, Yoast plugin, again for WordPress, coming from WordPress. Frameworks, but basically it's using WordPress at the end of the day, right? And couple of other things it has added as plugins. So this is a better website because Weblizer is being idiot. Okay, hopefully that's helpful. What online tool can be used to identify the technologies a website is running? Built with. OSINT Wayback Machine. This is a beautiful one. Wayback Machine. The Wayback Machine archive.org.web is a historical archive of websites that dates back to the late 90s. You can search a domain name and it will show you all the times the service scrapped the web page and saved the content. This service can help uncover old pages that may still be active on the current website. Let's look at this one. Okay, so let's say if I wanted to specifically go over Facebook to look at like the old version of it. This is a new one, right? I want to go to 2003 almost. Let's look at 2003 or 2 is still. Wait, was it here? Was there anything about it? It must be something else. Yeah, no. I think I want to look at 2004 one. Took 2 snapshot. Nice, bro. About face. Okay. Let's look at 2006 version. Yeah. Okay, here it is, right? The old one. The old OG one. Facebook is an online directory that connects people through social network. The site is open to a lot of places, but not everywhere yet. We are working on it. You can use Facebook to look up people around you, see how people know each other, make groups, events with your friends. Login, register, help. 4 February 2004, first version of Facebook. Okay, let's look at it. 2004, 4th February. Oh, it didn't take any snapshot. Okay, let's look at that's the available one. That's crazy nice. Now, still about face. How much time of experience he got? I That's a good question. I've been doing this like streaming for a year though, bro. Hacking you can say 2 years, but streaming like streaming and like regularly hacking a year, I will say. That's crazy. So I think like I will say like maybe it was the Facebook, right? Here, I think I remember it was the Facebook. Let's see. The Facebook, I remember, yeah, because if you remember the movie, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie. It was Sean Parker who actually started Napster. If you guys know Napster, right? He said, "Hey, remove the from the Facebook," and that's actually the thing. Yeah, I cracked the lead code. I do take that. So that's a really good clip in there in that movie. Sean Parker. Um, Sean Parker. In the movie, did Sean Parker tell Mark Zuckerberg to drop the from this? Bro, I'm in 10th and I want to become so good as soon as possible. Bro, stay consistent. Every day, like I come here all Monday to Friday, right? So just come with me every day, right? And keep learning. Because of consistency, without like being consistent, you can't go far. Stay consistent, even though like let's say 1 hour a day, way especially in 10th grade, you will be like big. Yeah, I'll give the Discord. Here if you want. And what you want to pursue, that's the thing. You want to do in programming, cybersecurity, what do you want to do? And this is the Discord if you want to join. Here we talk about like we just share each other stuff. Yeah, 100%. Join the Discord, bro. We all are like, every single person in Discord is a very nice person. We all can help you. We all can guide you and tell you like the mistakes we made. My biggest mistake, not being consistent. And from 1 year, I have been consistent and I'm doing so much better. Yeah, he except for Wrench. Like Wrench will be like a bit mean, but he's a good guy from heart, but he's just a mean a little bit. Sometimes. Not to the young kids, Wrench. Not to the young kids. Okay. This service can help uncover old pages that may still be active on the current website. What is the website address for the Wayback Machine? We just did it, right? Here it is. archive.org/web. But no, bro, Ankit, join the Discord. We are everyone there will be more than happy to help you, man. We will be happy to help you, guide, share resources. 100%, I would love to help you. If you have any questions, let me know. One thing I will say though, for sure, if you really want to be good in tech and stuff, stay consistent. Stay consistent. That's all it is. Okay. Next, task 10, GitHub. Big. Big. GitHub is very big because a lot of people. Was there one where API things were leaked on GitHub? A lot of information was leaked on GitHub. Okay, and I will tell you this one very interesting thing, right? We'll read about GitHub, and I will show you a very interesting study that happened, showing how hackers beat GitHub in their own OSINT game. I'll show you that. GitHub. To understand GitHub, right? Basically your Wikipedia of code, right? You first need to understand Git. Git is a version control system. Just like in your games, there is version 1, 1.1, GTA 1, GTA 2, something like that, right? In the same, when you save a file, you make changes, then you save it again, make changes. There is versions created, right? So for your code, it's version control system that tracks changes to files in a project. Working in a team is easier because you can see what each team member is editing, what changes they have made to the files, right? So Git helps you understand what changes were made by whom and when. When users have finished making their changes, they commit them with a message and then push them back to the central location, basically the online repository. Commit the changes with a message. So for example, let's say you made changes to the code. You want to explain in one line that, hey, I worked on this feature and this is how much I did it, or these things I covered, and then push it to the main cloud repository, the central location, so all the other ones can download it from there, just like Google Drive, right? For other users to then pull those changes, right, get the latest copy of the code on their own computer. GitHub is a hosted version of Git on the internet, just like we have GitLab, Code Commit, Azure Repos, blah blah blah. Repositories can either be set to public or private and have various access controls. You can use GitHub's search feature to look for company names or website names to try and locate repositories belonging to your target. Once discovered, you may have access to source code, passwords, or other content that you haven't yet found. Very important, because a lot of time, let's say for example React or Next.js, why the middleware attack happened last year with Next.js, because people were able to see the code and saw what somebody else commented out or made the commit or made the mistake, right? So Git, what is Git? Version control system. Now the interesting thing I want to talk about Git and why hackers love it, and I tested this. It was funny actually. I tested this. What happened was, GitHub hackers found API keys faster than GitHub. What's it called? GitHub Watchdogs or security. So when you accidentally, let's say, post a credential, GitHub's security system, right, will find it, right, that hey, you accidentally put the credentials, maybe you want to take it down. In AI companies, this has been pretty big game, abusing. There was somebody who did a really interesting thing. It has been a couple of years and not recent, but what happened was hackers were able to find API credentials when somebody pushed the code. Here is your GitHub, right? Your GitHub. Let's say, push the code with credentials. Hackers were able to find the API credentials and even started using it before I got any warnings from GitHub. So that's how good hackers are when it comes to finding these things, right? I will find find me the article which talks about hackers able to find for Okay, I'll find the article. Give me some time, because I know there is an article that came and it was very interesting and wanted to share how somebody actually tested it. Okay, I will keep that in mind. I think I did mention about the trolls one. Do you want another one? This one is kind of like logged that you have to be accepting 18 plus, but sure, I can ask. I can create one, bro. What is the purpose, if I may ask, like specifically? Let me know so I can mention that in the title and the what's it called warning, right? One clear chat. Okay, let's talk, because I'm not sure what you mean by clear chat, but let's talk after the stream. We are almost done and we'll talk. Okay. Task 11 OSINT S3 buckets. My current favorite. My current favorite. I will say this is my current favorite above GitHub. I love it, and I'm going to share a very beautiful tweet I saw about this thing. You are going to be mind blown. Sure. Just I can. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll chat and we'll put it properly. Okay. So S3 buckets. People who don't know what is S3 buckets, right? S3 bucket is big. Just like GitHub, S3 buckets is very used, right? GitHub and S3 buckets are very popular services online. What specifically is S3 bucket? Just like you have OneDrive, right? You have OneDrive where you are sharing files and everything. S3 bucket is similar thing, but offered by Amazon Web Services. What S3 bucket is used for storing blob storage. What is blob in terms of various files? If I put it in the easiest way, various files like could be PDFs, could be videos, could be, let's say, Excel sheets or Excel sheet. I think this is the extension. These type of files. There is every single cloud has this thing. Azure have their own, right? Azure have blob storage. GitHub have Google storage. I don't remember GitHub's Google's one, GCP, but I know Azure have every single one of them have it. It's a very common one and very, very popular, right? So there is OneDrive, there is AWS, but you see the amount of things can be shared in this or stored in this. So S3 buckets, why they are vulnerable, let's talk about that. It's a storage service provided by Amazon Web Services, allowing people to save files and even static website content in cloud accessible over HTTP and HTTPS. Really, what happened? Make Arch video? Which Arch video? The owner of files can set access versions to either make files public, private, or even writable. So just like in OneDrive, you can share it publicly, private. Awesome. Okay, sounds good. So thank you, Rover. So just like in OneDrive, right? You can share your document you created to the whole world, make it public, anybody can see, write it, make it private, only the people you show it, like either it's just you or just the people who you share the link with, and permissions can share, comment or edit, right? Just like that, same thing S3 offers. Sometimes these access permissions are incorrectly set and inadvertently allows access to files that shouldn't be available to public. This is the main thing. Incorrectly set, inadvertently allow access to the files. What that means is misconfiguration. Very simple words, misconfigured files. And I'll give you a very beautiful example coming. The format of S3 buckets, HTTPS. Okay, I did this. Accidentally clicked there one. I use it a lot. I use it in my real world, right? That's why I know how badly it can go. This is the format, lads. HTTPS name. There is a name. What is this name? This is the bucket name. What is a bucket name? What is a bucket? Bucket is basically a directory or a folder you can think of, right? However you like to think. But what is interesting about this, right? We'll talk about that. S3 Amazon AWS.com. I have a habit, bro. Actually, I have never leaked anything. So thank God. Touch wood. But what is interesting, listen this thing very carefully and put it in your mind. This bucket name, directory name, folder name. this bucket is unique across whole AWS. AWS globally. So if I have a bucket name called Censored Hacker, no one on Amazon AWS can have the same bucket name. No matter if it is Netflix, is it Apple, is it Google, is it Amazon itself, they cannot have the same name as me. It's globally unique. There are certain more services which has the same constraint. So make sure you understand this thing. This name is a big game changer. Where name is decided by the owner, such as TryHackMe assets.s3.amazon.aws.com. Yeah, I do have a job, boss. This is like my, after a job, I do these things. And this is my gig. This is my hustle. So S3 buckets can be discovered in many ways, such as finding the URLs in the website's page source, GitHub access repositories, or even automating the processes. One common automation method is by using company name followed by the common terms like assets, like we have TryHackMe assets, www, public, private, right? So if I actually, let's go on GitHub right now and do a search. It'll be interesting. Oh boy, I have so many things out. No. Okay, let's search not the owner, but let's say s.s3.amazonaws.com. Good night, Ranch. Have a good one, mate. Thank you for joining. Like, can I know where he is working? Like, I'm curious to know. I can't say that where I'm working, but I work for a multinational company. It's a good, decent company, right? And yeah, like I'd work as a developer there. So you guys see here, right? The reason I don't want to say it, it can be hard, right? Ports abuser. Yo, love the name, bro. Love the name. Okay, so let's talk about Amazon AWS, right? Here you see somebody has a name, emission catalog. Hi, this is a POC and I have hijacked. Thanks. Cool. So it's not good to click on those. I did. It's fine. It's a public archive. The repository is archived by the owner and is only read-only. That's why I clicked that one. But yeah, you guys can see there's so many websites, S3, AWS. These are common. Imagine somebody accidentally pushed something and this becomes public for the rest of their life. And it's misconfigured. That's why S3 is big. The URL format of S3 will do this, and then I will show you a very beautiful tweet. There was hopefully I can find it quick. Azure blob. How to use Google Dorking. Use grep app to look for certain keywords. Okay, I will look into that, boss. I will look into what is grep. Just now. So here you see Windows.net, your company, Google API stuff. Integris. S3, you can have target, R2 buckets, Cloudflare storage, right? Blob storage by Microsoft Azure. Then there is Firebase storage by Google. You can apply Google Dorking on these things. And like, just like, hey, if I do right now, I'll just give you example, right? Site. Oh, I already have that. You guys can see what I'm doing. So S3, Amazon, AWS, right? Netflix, and then financial. Why I search exactly these words? Because I know Netflix is a customer of Amazon AWS, right? Bingo. Second, I want to know by accident, what if Netflix accidentally shares, right, their quarterly reports, financials just one day before their earnings report, right? Just one day before I get to know what's going to be reported tomorrow. That is how so many hackers have able to like make millions, right? My case, I'm not doing anything wrong. They actually hacked. But here is something: Netflix approach to governance, their annual report and stuff, right? So if I go 2026 promotions, I can come up with, I can look at quarterly outlook and all those things. So have a look at this. This is where we used understanding of S3, knowing Netflix is out there using Amazon AWS, and also some Google docking, right? Putting things together, making it way more powerful. And yeah, that was about S3. I will send the tweet in the Discord soon. Okay, thank you, boss. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I would love to look into this. What is automated discovery? Automated discovery is the process of using tools to discover content rather than doing it manually. The process is automated as it usually contains hundreds, thousands, or even millions of requests to the web server. These requests check whether a file or directory exists on a website, giving us access to resources we didn't previously know existed. This resource is made possible by using a resource called word list. So word list will have all those rules like port abuser, right, mentioned. So there's a lot of things out there, resources to help you do that, because a lot of pen testers have been doing it for years. They just created, automated their system and shared it. What are word lists? Word lists are just text files that contain a long list of commonly used words. They can cover many different use cases. For example, a word list could or would include most frequently used passwords, whereas we are looking for content in our case. So we would require a list containing the most commonly used directory or file names, just like the for financial quarterly results, right? Any of the new hacks coming in, something like that. Whatever you want to search. An excellent resource for word list is pre-installed on TryHackMe attack box, github.com, Daniel Minstler Seclist. This is a great resource. I have it in my VM, so lovely. One second, my throat is gone. Automation tools. Although there are many different content discovery tools available, all with their features and flaws, we are going to cover three which are pre-installed on your attack box: FFUF, Dirb, and Gobuster, which is my favorite right now. On attack box, execute the following three commands targeting the Acme IT support and see the results. So first we'll have FFUF. We'll go Brave. What is the IP? Okay, this is my first command. And I will have another new tab. Dirtbuster, we have another one here. Need to remember just the port for all these. Oh, I can actually do something easily. One more thing. So we'll use Dirb here. And from here I'll get my Where's the Gobuster here? Gobuster is my favorite, way faster. At least what I have seen in my experience, right? And the third tab is, here we go, a good old Gobuster. Okay, now let's see what they want us to do after we ran, right? Using the results from the commands above, please answer the below questions. What is the name of the directory beginning with MO? What is the name of the log file that was discovered? Okay, so let's look at quickly about how they look, right? FFUF is nice. How it does is FFUF-word -w for the word list and then -u for the URL. It gives you all the stuff, response type and things, and then assets, contacts, things that customers, development.log. It gave me a bunch of URLs, right? Imagine, just I'm going to say mention, right? Remember, here we put FFUF and it's looking for the directories. I'll just run this again. So here, Gobuster is running. It talks about the start time. We are using the same word list. Scanning the URL directories, it found, right? I'm just using all. I'm just putting all. The reason I use FFUF because that was there in the TryHackMe the way it was. So it found another directory. It found this page with the code and size, which is nice to know, right? There is more information there. And every directory it found is going in more detail in that, right? And then it says, hey, it downloaded this much data and found 8 pages. Next, we have my favorite, Gobuster. So this beast is saying, hey, dir, because I want to search the directories. If you want to search the subdirectories, there is other versions. So Gobuster has some extra stuff. FFUF also have it, but I like Gobuster. Gobuster, URL is this, method is this, right? And I feel it's way faster. So we have in Gobuster assets, contact, all these return the same result for us. So it's just based on you, what you prefer. I like Gobuster. So the one we found was with MO, it's monthly, and the log one we found was development log. So let's go here. Okay, never mind. Development log, and for M we found monthly. And beautiful, we completed our room. You did it. Content discovery complete. Points, completed task, streak. That's great. Amazing. So yeah, that's all for today, lads. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll try to keep this roll going, right, with completing one room or at a time, at least one room on a day. So we can cover our path towards penetration tester 1 certificate this year. So tomorrow we will cover subdomain enumeration. This one is, according to them, is 30 minutes, so it will take maximum for us one hour. With OSINT, SSL, TLS certificates, search engines they talk about. We might do 2 rooms tomorrow. Sublister and virtual host, okay. Subdomain enumeration and authentication bypass. We might do 2 rooms tomorrow, lads. We might do 2 rooms tomorrow. Because this will give us chance to do some CTF hacking on the weekend or on Friday. So let's try to hit 2 rooms tomorrow within 1 hour, 1.5 hour time frame. Is that okay? Do you guys like that way? Is that a good method? What do you guys say? Yay, nay, just 1 room a day. What do you guys want? Why have this open? Yo, Ankit, welcome, bro. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we got Pranav as well. Howdy, bro. Howdy, howdy. Yeah. So I will keep this current pace. I like this, right? At least one room a day, as long as I can do that pace. We'll keep this pace and then we'll keep going with our CTF challenges on Fridays. On Fridays, I will have more time so we can spend, 2 hours completing a CTF room and focused mostly on like what we learned over the week, the rooms which we learned over the week, right? Okay, I like that. I like that. Thank you, Rover. Thank you, boss. Okay, lads. With that being said, right here, I'll just post the Discord link again. I just put it so many. Oh, one thing I had GitHub here. I wanted to keep this as well handy. And where's the Discord I mentioned? Here we go. Okay. Awesome. So here's the GitHub links. That's tomorrow I will come around the same time. Hopefully a bit early today. I was like I had to do puja and stuff. So yeah, and had to eat. So that's why I got late. But tomorrow I will try to come around my 8 a.m. between my 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. in between that time instead of like making past. Rabbit, what's up, brother? What's up? Howdy, bro. It's okay, bro. It's okay. We covered, like, I think you already know about these stuff, though. So we covered the content discovery today, looked at some S3, OSINT, couple of other things, right? Tomorrow we'll go over enumerations and stuff. You can watch the recording. Lads, I actually want to share something and I have a request. If you guys are up for it, will help me big time. Will help me big time. I'll share. We are very close to a very important milestone. We are at 2400 public watch hours. Thank you so much, boss. Love you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, lads, I have a quick request. So, like with monetization, it will be helping me because I got, wanted to mention, I got some editor for video editing. So I will going to work on cloud specifically and some CTF related videos to create more content, like which is like recorded videos with extra information. So that's helpful and the flow is better and concentration. It's easy to concentrate on those, right? So what I would like to request, if you can, if you guys are going in India, a lot of people are going for sleep, just put some of my videos on playlist. It will help me get the watch hours to 3000. If I can get to 3000, my ads start at 4000. So that's a long way. But if you can help me reach there, I can start a merchandise store or I can have like, super chats and stuff that can help me pay those editors. So just a small request. And also on Twitch, I have ads. So if you can just keep this at night time on, it will help me with that. Tomorrow, I will have the sponsorship ready so that, and also the sponsorship previous one, the money is, I think I'm going to receive it today. So people who have to give money, I will text them, and giveaway will be starting next week. A good, beautiful giveaway for a new year, new inspirational giveaway. Let me know if you have any suggestions for the giveaway. I would love to hear that. But till then, thank you so much, lads. It was a amazing day. Thank you so much. This new year, I'm so happy. I'm so happy we have reached so far in just 1 year. If any last minute questions anybody have, let me know. If not, this has been your favorite neighborhood hacker, the sniffer of packets, the hacker of hearts, Sensor Hacker, signing off with a big bye. See See you guys in the evening for some Lead Code or Die series, and tomorrow around same time for some more hacking. Thank you so much, lads. Have a good one. Bless up. Bye.